Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis. Very happy to be back for another Madalasa session for Drsya Viveka. Let us start with the prayer. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shruti Shruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, this Sahana Bhavatu, can anybody tell the meaning of this last shloka? We have been chanting it, I'm sure, most of us, all the time. What does it mean? Anybody can share? Anupama? Narsimurti? Utilva?
I think together, all of us, Guru and Shishya,
Correct.
try to
Yeah.
learn.
It is not just teaching. It's not a unilateral teaching. It's bilateral. So both of us have to be involved and let both of us be nourished. Let the teacher and the taught, not that I am a teacher in this context, let the teacher and the taught both be nourished by this session.
Yes.
So this is the prayer that every class we used to begin with in the Vedic times. Both teacher and the taught have to be nourished. Aita? Bhunaktu. Let both of us experience this joy of this class. All right. So where were we and what are we doing today? So we were in shloka number 30, not shloka. Talk number 39. So what do we understand by Tattvamasi? Short answer. What is this Tattvamasi all about? Anybody can volunteer to answer. Yenappa?
You are that Brahman.
Swarupa Guna Vandane.
So at what level am I Brahman? As Indra or as Narsimurti or as Purnima? Can I call myself as God or Brahman?
At Chaitanya level. At Chaitanya level.
Yes. Yes. So like Narsimurti said, expand on that, Narsimurti, what you were saying.
Swarupa Guna.
Swarupa Guna.
Swarupa Guna.
Swarupa Lakshana means what in plain terms?
Actually, the intrinsic property. Take any matter for that thing. I think in Drsya Viveka itself, that fireball. What is the Swarupa Guna of fire? It is light and heat.
Right.
So, idikkene aptasya prapti anta heladu idikke anta ansutte.
Swarupa Guna of the fire
is heat and light. Similarly, the Swarupa Guna of us and Brahman is same. That is Sat, Chit, Ananda.
Okay. Intrinsic or essential nature.
It is not even similar. It is same.
Not even similar. It is same. Yes, good point. Right. Sat means? Expand. What is Satchidananda?
Existence. Consciousness. Bliss. Being, knowing, and Ananda. So, that way, I read it somewhere, which says, knowing of my being itself is Ananda.
That's what. Otherwise, what else is other Ananda? Because knowing and being, we are all right now also, we are Sat and Chit only. Yeah. But Ananda is missing. Why? Yes. Because Swarupa Guna is not known.
Yeah, that knowing my being will enter me. That
My being is
imaginary I will be occurred into the being.
right.
So that way, awareness of my being as essentially is before it is mixed with content of my experiences itself is on.
Very nice. Hari Om Rajni.
I'm sorry, I'm joining late. I had Ashmi Puja at home, so we had little Kanjaks come in. Yeah.
Which Lakshmi you are worshipping? Sachidananda Lakshmi or Rajni
Yes.
Lakshmi? Or...
That's a good one. I know. Sachidananda.
So we are discussing what is this Tattvamasi. You answer. What is that?
I am not matching Brahman as body, mind, and intellect.
Correct.
It is matter, it is Jada. He is Chaitanya, and we are matter of object, and that is a subjective matter. So we can match him only in the Swarupa Lakshana. Our Swarupa Lakshanas match each other, and that is my Chidabhasa matches with his Chaitanya.
Yes. And there is absolutely no difference at all with the reflection and the original. No difference at all. Therefore, we can say the Swarupa Lakshana is the same. Yes.
One small point. Matching means there are two entities.
Yeah.
So it is one and the same.
There appears to be two Nrsimurti. That's why we are having this class. Appearance is there.
Yes, yes.
Appearance of two is as though I am separate. It feels as though I am separate. Therefore.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Because my only one question over here is that Chidabhasa, the reflection is on the mind. It happens over there, right? So it's like a mirror over there, and that reflection is there. But the thing is that if the mind is impure, that's why we say the mind has to be pure. Then does it not affect that?
It does. That is why all this duality, the world of duality is appearing only because of the imperfection of the reflecting surface.
Correct.
So the reflecting surface has to be pure for the undistorted reflection.
Okay. So till that it is not there, then how can we say the Chidabhasa is equivalent to the pure consciousness?
Because, see, when take the example of an infant, in that is the Chidabhasa pure or no?
I could say it is pure, but the child is also carrying a lot of impressions from his previous births. But so we can't say
it has not yet come up. No, it has not yet become mature.
Okay.
So in its purest form, an infant, just when the reflect, why forget an infant? Even when you wake up from deep sleep, when you're disoriented, where am I, what am I? It is pure only. The vasanas have not yet come to distort the image.
Yeah, yes, as Prabhuji rightly said in the previous session of last Wednesday's session, he clearly pointed out that deep sleep itself is my true nature.
Oh, deep sleep, Rajini. In deep sleep, where is your distortion?
They are not there. In the sense, they go up to the seed stage.
There is no reflection also in deep sleep. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
But when the reflection starts coming back, it as a pure thing only it comes.
It is like keeping aside that seed form. The
seed is not yet sprouted.
Yes, prior to it is getting sprouted, the intact state in the deep sleep, that itself is my true nature.
My true nature.
On top of this silence, or whatever we call, on top of this, we usually stack our thought and experiences on top of it. That experiences we can call dream.
Okay.
Wakeful state we can call stacked thought and experiences. On top of that, perception and sensations are also stacked. So beneath, that is wakeful state. Wakeful state has both perception and sensations stacked top of thoughts and experiences. Beneath, the core is that itself. That is my Swarupa Guna.
Swarupa Lakshmi. So Rajni, that is that clear? Like,
Yeah. That is, that we all know. But my only question was, it is more of making your mind pure. It's like
just like an infant's mind or a mature, not like buffalo, which is ignorant, like a Buddha, always clean. We are somewhere in between. No, we are somewhere in between. But we go to that state of pure reflection also, like just when you wake up or
okay.
Very, very small experiences we might get like that.
So that is the glimpse that we get. What exactly is the pure consciousness?
Yes. Just that being, that sense of I am. When you just wake up from sleep, nothing, you forget what day it is. You forget that. I'm sure all of us have experienced that. What's happening? Where am I? Especially when you're in some other country, suddenly you don't remember where you are. So all those impressions have not yet come to the fore. That is a pure reflection only. The only thing we have to become more alert to catch that. That's the thing. So,
relevant question here to ask is, what is the purity we are talking of? Purity of mind that we are talking of. So,
what is the purity of mind? Tell me. You are telling the answer. Tell. What is this purity of mind?
This is outward, the antakarana or mind for that matter, if it is pointed outwardly. Previously stored impressions, reacts previously stored impressions. If it is operating in this robotic mode, pre-programmed mode, that is impure. That is impurity.
That is impurity.
And if we direct, I think in our own experience, we can actually feel this. At the beginning of this session, you were explaining about what we have done previously. In the last session, what is that we want to start now? There itself, we are beaming our awareness towards that stored stuff, which got life, which said, oh, we have to start from 39.
Right. But it's useful, no? That's useful information, alva.
Yes. This is for transaction, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Correct.
So when we are not transacting, even though in transacting, we will be able to know that it is jada, including my body, sharira traya. They are jada. My only chidabhasa, I am anchored in my chidabhasa. So when can I anchored in my chidabhasa? If I, even now at this point in time itself, if I say I, ನಾನು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಡಿಸ್ಟಾರ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ, ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಅಂತ, if I say that, it points
to declare, yeah, aham brahmasmi, yes. That only a pure mind can say that.
Yes.
Okay, anybody else wants to add to in simpler terms? Narasimha of course has given a great explanation. In simpler terms, what can you describe as a pure mind? Simpler terms. Indra, Anupama, Rajni, Jayashree. Simple ಆಗಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು?
ರಾಗ ದ್ವೇಷ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ.
Yes.
No impressions.
No impressions is Indra is saying. She said raga dvesha. Anupama said what?
Without name and form.
Without name and form.
No duality.
No duality. That's without name and form, no duality, no impressions. But the simpler term is without raga and dvesha. See, you can see name when you are projecting the duality is there, no, Rajni? Is there. We are seeing name and form also.
Yeah, we are seeing.
But what one has to drop is, I like this form, I don't like that form.
Correct.
Raga, dvesha. That has to be dropped. That means impressions have to be dropped. That is a pure mind. A pure mind is not necessarily an enlightened mind.
Don't be judgmental. Take it as it is. Take it as it is.
Yeah. See, to start with, we do get judgmental. We do have a form, but immediately when the thing comes, he says, I'm sorry, but this is not it.
That's how one has
We have to overcome. Okay.
Have to go on correcting ourselves by reminding ourselves of the teachings. That is called as nididhyasana. Okay, great. So this is our Swarupa Lakshana. At the base level, essential nature of all is Satchidananda. Agreed. So what is the other Lakshana called? I don't know if this has been covered in the talk, but it's good to know. What is the world, Lakshana of the world called?
Existence.
That is fine. The Lakshana, like Swarupa Lakshana, we have another term for whatever is there. Tatastha Lakshana.
Tatastha Lakshana.
Tatastha Lakshana. That is what is appearing in front of me. That is called as Tatastha Lakshana, which is the apparent reality, apparent attribute. The name and form is called as Tatastha Lakshana, and the essential nature is called as Swarupa Lakshana. Just for extra information. In case you hear the term anywhere, Tatastha Lakshana, we should know what it is. So the world, the manifest world is the Tatastha Lakshana of Brahman. Ashte. Whereas Brahman Swarupa Lakshana is Satchidananda. Okay. What else is there? About mind and Sakshi. Can the mind see the Sakshi?
No, the mind cannot see.
No.
Mind cannot see Sakshi. Then what else can it do?
It can only be fired by Chidabhasa.
That is fine.
Yes.
How will you explain this mind and Sakshi business?
No connection between the two.
No connection between. Okay, what about the mind fired by Chidabhasa and Sakshi?
Without that, there is no mind actually. It gets its life, it gets this thing, life only from Chidabhasa. Like, otherwise, there is no mind.
If the mind recognizes Sakshi, it is enlightenment. It becomes jnana. Right?
How does it start recognizing Sakshi?
By traveling inwards. That's what the Guruji is saying. Going inwards, rejecting the outside world. Who am I? By realizing, questioning ourselves.
Correct. Anything more
it is, in a very simpler terms, when we are able to see our thoughts. I am able to see the thoughts. So the mind also knows that there is somebody beyond me which is able to see my thoughts. So in a very simple turn, I am able to see my thoughts. So I can see my mind. So when it is caught, when the mind is caught, he does not know where to go. That is the thing. So I think we can trap that mind by that thing.
Drugeva natu drshyate. The first shloka of this Drsya says that Manas drugeva natu. The last year can only be druk. It cannot be drishya at all. The sakshi can only be drak, the seer. It can never be drikshya. Anything else you people want to add, Indra, Anupama?
Yesterday's reel of the Guru was, river is just a flow of water and mind is just a flow of thoughts. It was so good.
Insta reel, no? Yeah. Correct.
And there was a beautiful question. Who takes birth? That was again very beautiful question.
What's the answer?
It is only the mind which projects, because the physical body is dead. It dissolves into the 5 elements, and so that also dissolves. So it is the mind which projects and it goes on. There is no body, there is no form as it is, and mind is a pattern. It's as it said, stream of thoughts. So that only projects. As the mind projects in the dream world, it projects in the waking world, and that goes in the waking world.
Okay, very nice. Any more thoughts on Chidabhasa, Sakshi and mind, Indra and Anupama?
No, mind when stops taking the doership, it can turn towards Sakshi. then there is one, the mind becomes the servant of Sakshi.
Correct. Very, very, very well said. Guruji has given a very beautiful analogy actually, which I wanted one of us to recall. Very beautiful analogy he has given about sunlight and mirror and all that, object and sunlight. Remember? So,
Yes.
yeah.
When our Chidabhasa is, when the reflection is by the sun, the whole reflection becomes light, and the whole thing is lighted up by our Atmajyoti also. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is it what it
Something
was?
similar. What he says is, there is an object and sun, this is the mirror and this thing, the there, and the reflection is like a refraction. It is looking at the world. With the help of that light, the mind is looking at the world of names and forms. But when the mind turns towards the sun itself, when the mirror turns towards the sun itself, there is only back and forth reflection. You don't see any object. You are seeing only the sunlight.
It's called closed loop.
Closed loop. There are no more projections. You are looking at only the sun. You are looking at only Atmajyoti. You are looking at only yourself, myself.
Ma'am, if you look at that experientially, that is the only resting posture or resting way the mind can get the
absorbed into Sakshi. Absorbed.
Otherwise, it is continuous flow of thoughts. This is the only posture or only the way if the mind is pointing towards the source.
And the mind points towards the source, all the other projections will
drop off.
Such a person is called as Sthita Prajna, the one who is staying in that state all the time. But this Sthita Prajna, very smart, he's got two way. He will be looking at the source also and transacting with the world also. Nice.
Yes. That's the reason Sahaja Samadhi is very much possible.
Yes. That's the reason when Sahaja Samadhi, the appearance goes on.
Yes,
the appearance continues. But you're rooted in the knowledge that my Swarupa Lakshana is Satchidananda.
Yes, similar to mirage. After knowing that mirage is an illusion, when we come across mirage again, we will see that mirage. But back of the mind, it says it's an illusion.
You know very well it's an illusion. But the mirage will still appear. The projection is still appearing. Ashte.
Yes.
Very nice. Male. So, with this process of turning more and more often towards the source, what happens is, see, we are talking of the ultimate, but what about the seeker's journey? What happens when we go on turning towards the source like this, like how we are doing in this class, or how we remind ourselves during the day, this is my Swarupa Lakshana. What goes on happening? What is the internal change that keeps happening?
So lower taste drops off because of the highest state. Taste.
Right. So the vasanas keep dissolving, not solving, dissolving. That is a favorite phrase of Prabhuji's. Vasanas, you don't eat, nothing gets solved. It's just dissolved problems. So you're able to see it. Not that suddenly you will stop drinking coffee or not wanting jalebis. No, it's not like that. But at some level, you are able to say no. And you're able to get by without it. That is enough.
Yes.
I am not its slave. You know, it's under my control. When I want to drink, when I want to eat, when I want to sleep is under my control. As far as the body allows, of course, Papa, body has got its dharma. No need to make it, give it some punishment. But that awareness is always there, that I am in control. What were you saying, Narsimurti?
Atmabhimana or Brahmabhimana keeps growing.
Brahmabhimana. It is called Brahmabhimana, the term you are using. What Prabhuji always uses is Brahmakara Vritti.
Actually, that is what I wanted to touch upon. Brahmakara Vritti, it is Nirakara. So I think there is it is very beautiful thing Prabhuji has mentioned there. Brahmakara Vritti is explained through Neti Neti, which results in what is that? Buddhists say that emptiness, right?
Yeah, Shunya.
Shunya, which results in Shunya in our Antakarana. So that itself is Anantate. When Shunya happens in Antakarana, at the same time, mind is pointing towards the source, and mind is anchored in the source. So there is nothing is happening in the Antakarana. That it's Antakarana Shunyatva itself is Anantate in general. Actually, you have given 2 weeks time. That really helped me delve more into this.
Very nice. Very good, Narsimurti. So you've been doing a lot of Nididhyasana. Very nice.
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
Nididhyasana.
This Madalasa session is truly helping me like anything. It's a boon, actually.
Very nice, very nice. So also Prabhuji's talks twice a week, all that is helping, no? Super.
That is, of course, that is the source. We cannot mention that in words. But after getting those things...
Allowed, yeah, that's right.
I cannot go and talk to somebody who is not in this context.
Correct. That is why the power of satsanga.
Yes, ma'am. It is truly...
Yeah. Satsanga is very, very important and precious for this reason.
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
This is where we can talk about these things.
Yes.
Amele? Next is about Sharanagati. Yes. Let us ask Rajini because she has not heard of that. Did you listen to Prabhuji's talk? Yes, it was in English. No? So, what is true surrender? Now, let us go with Indira and Anupama. They are quiet. What is true surrender?
Surrender is, fully surrendering. Whatever comes, we shouldn't complain about anything. Not giving what Guruji says is no terms and conditions apply. Whatever comes, take it as it is without any complaint. That is surrender for the outward. When the mind goes inwards, it is the Atmagnana is the surrender.
Very nice. Correct. Anything more to add, Anupama, to that? Surrender?
Surrender is accepting anything in life, accepting everything as such, and living in the present as a boon.
Right. Jayashree?
Ashte, the same thing.
Rajini?
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay. Narsimurti?
Surrendering is, to the greater extent, the non-existing entity which is there. Mostly that is get dispelled or disappeared because of this surrendering. Surrendering, what is that one can surrender? The contents, that is the happenings within my antakarana. It is happening because of Ishvara Prasada.
Ishvara Prasada Buddhi is surrender.
Whatever is happening,
whatever comes my way is,
whatever is coming in the mind, we truly we don't have any control over that. What we see, what we hear, what we smell, it is not in our control. All those things comes like suspense movies. For that, what should be the reaction? That is also suspense. We don't know what impressions will rise by those triggers. So that is there also we don't have any control. Even though whether we surrender or don't surrender, it is working in surrender mode only.
All right. Correct.
No, actually, yeah, whatever happens, the thing is that we may say it is in the surrender mode, but a situation then we are so much up and down. There is so much this thing. The acceptance is equanimity. Like, you are so balanced in every situation.
What Narsimurti is saying, Rajni, is that the senses per se, the sights, the sounds, the smells, they don't have any, because they are jada, they don't have any discrimination. They just give the input. They have surrendered. They don't judge. What does the Viveka comes in only when the data is collected?
Yes, reaction happens.
So that is what I think he's trying to say. Alvapa, Narsimurti.
Yes, yes.
So the Ishvara Shushti is going on as it is. It is in surrender mode. No, it is all according to Ishvara, everything is happening. The stench is coming from Ishvara Shushti. The beautiful fragrance is coming from Ishvara Shushti. This is a stench and this is a fragrance is telling my mind is doing the discrimination. In Ishvara Shushti, all is same. When we go to that level of acceptance, only then the surrender happens in me. In my understanding. Me means in the understanding. Isn't it? The surrender has to happen with Viveka. That's all.
Yeah, giving up kartatva, bhoktatva, gnatatva, all at the background. All at the background.
So we can do either by jnana or by bhakti.
Bhakti.
So bhakti, we say everything is yours, God, nothing is mine. Surrender bhava. So Ishvara arpana buddhi, when we are working, when we are doing karma yoga, it is Ishvara arpana buddhi. Nimitta matram, I am the instrument. I am doing your work through me, you are getting your work done through me. I am the instrument. That will be the bhava of a bhakta. Nimitta matram, I am just an instrument. So, I don't have control over the results also. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. When that Ishvara arpana buddhi is number one, then whatever results come is Ishvara prasada buddhi. Whatever comes, whether it is bouquet or brickbat. For the best work, if you do, you can get brickbats. So that is just as karma phala data. Ishvara is taking care of everything, Ultimately, everything is about balance, settling accounts. So when I feel that my life is giving me a tight slap for no reason, I should remember. No? God can't be wrong. Never. Karma, that accounts of karma settling can never be wrong. So there is a reason why things are happening. Prasada buddhi. Yes,
once we stop complaining, I think all this, we can understand actually.
Correct. Once you come into satsang, you have given up the right to complain and grumble. No? The moment you grumble, it means you are not accepting God. The moment you grumble, you are telling the world that I don't know, I don't understand Vedanta at all. As per Vedanta, what is this world? Mithya. It's a dream. It's just coming and going. It's an appearance. What is there to complain about an appearance of a bubble which is just coming and going? In Vedantic terms. In terms of bhakti, God's creation. God is doing, God is giving, God is taking away. Finish. What is there to complain? Yes. So grumbling and complaining is gone.
Ma'am, in bhakti or surrendering mode, the ahankara, which is the root cause for kartrutva and bhoktatva,
correct,
naturally drops off.
Naturally drops off. Naturally
drops off, because in case of jnana, there should be an entity for us to get anchored to. If we cannot catch hold of that, Otherwise, as ma'am rightly said, one of the reels, Prabhuji's reels said, it is say a stream of thoughts which are continuously flowing. So along with that, each one thought there is I. Ahankara, which is attached to that. Whereas self, true I, which is not coming from smarana, which is actually revealing, which doesn't require any memory. So unless one know that, one cannot get anchored to that. Whereas in case of bhakti, there is a apparent second entity. One can completely surrender. What is that is getting surrender? Ahankara is getting surrender. So naturally, kartatva, bhoktatva drops off.
Naturally, okay, we will take that. I don't know. See, most of us are going through this bhakti only so far, I think. I don't know. We have grown up thinking that God is everything, you know, all that is happening, but where it has not yet dropped.
Ma'am, I am telling you by my own experience.
Oh, very
I was in a, what is that? Humanly impossible situation to handle. I was in that situation. So, whatever I think, it was not giving any solace. Whomever I to, it was not giving any solace to me. Then finally, without no solution, there is no humanly solution possible. Then I completely surrender.
Correct.
Then I got peace of mind.
Very correct. Very, very beautiful. When we are pushed to the wall, we have to do that. On a day-to-day basis, are you able to do that? That is fantastic.
Yes.
Then no need for any more talk. No. What is your experience, other experiences? People want to share how bhakti has, you know, come to the rescue. Very beautifully shared by Narsimurti.
Yeah, if somebody is telling something with the words which we don't like, before we used to keep thinking, oh, he told this, she told this. Now, once we stopped it, we even forget what the person has told. No cribbing, nothing.
You don't revisit that. Like Prabhuji's favorite joke is, I've been telling you, you are Brahman, Tatvamasi, you are Atmajyoti. I keep telling you, but you don't believe me. But sometimes if I call you a donkey, you remember it forever. So we give importance to this untruth more than the truth. Why does that happen? No, Anupama, what do you have to say? So this is the tussle between Jnana and Bhakti, which is Vidunta. In chapter 12, that is how the chapter begins. Chapter 12 of the Gita begins like that. What's the name of chapter 12? After Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, where Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga. So in this chapter 12, Bhagavan clearly tells, Arjuna has a dvandva. He has, on one hand, you are praising Jnana. On other hand, you are praising Bhakti. What is superior, you tell me, in plain terms. That is what Arjuna asks Bhagavan. So Bhagavan says, Bhakti is easier. You just surrender to me. I will take care of you. The whole of the Gita, he goes on saying, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vaham. I will take care of your needs, Baba. Roti, kapda, makan, I will take care. You just surrender to me. So this bhakti is called as, this jnana is called as Markata Kishora Nyaya. Markata means monkey. Kishora means baby of a monkey. So how does the monkey behave with the baby of, the baby has to catch hold of the mother very tightly. The mother monkey is not bothered. It will go on jumping from branch to branch. It is the baby's job to hold on to the mother. So that is how Jnana is. You have to hold on to the teachings. You have to hold on to Sadguru. And you have to go on to applying your Viveka. Hold tighter, come to the class. Let us go to Satsang. That is completely my responsibility. The baby's responsibility to be safe. Whereas in Bhakti, it is called Marjala Kishora Nyaya. Marjala means cat. Kishora, the baby of a cat. What does the cat do? Mother of cat do? It catches the kitten by the neck and transports it very safely. It is the mother's duty. So like that, God will take the responsibility in bhakti. Nice, no?
Very beautiful.
What do we want to do? Marjala or Markata?
Marjala.
At this point in time, it says we want to be Marjala. Next moment, don't know that.
Next, because in the completely after Bhakti Yoga, we have Kshetra Kshetrana Vibhaga Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. In that, you will say, Arey yaar, Jnana is simpler. Why am I worried about Bhakti? That is also there. So both of them have to go parallelly.
Parallelly.
Mama, you want to say something?
Because there's one thing. In fact, if you read the lives of saints also, even if though they are in Jnana Marga, they have been led, they have been into Bhakti Marga, they have been led to the Jnana Marga eventually. Yes. Even if you see Ramakrishna Paramahansa, so he was a Bhakta. But then we had Totapuri come into his life, and Mother himself told him that it is a time for Jnana.
Yes.
So from Bhakti leads to Jnana.
It leads to Jnana. And Jnana also ultimately resolves into Bhakti.
Okay,
Shankara and all these severe Advaitin, Advaitins, finally they came to Bhakti. How much he has written? Saundarya Lahari, Brahmananda Lahari. You know, the beauty of the goddess. Where does
this? Gyan Marga can be very dry. Whereas Bhakti Marga is full of rasa. It's a very devotional. It's full of ras. So I think so both can go hand in hand. And Jnana without love is no Jnana.
So there's a one Advaitin master has said, I think Madhusudana Saraswati. He was a Pakka Advaitin. And he has said at the end, and he did the commentary on the Gita. And so much Bhakti Rasa came in him. And he said, Advaitat Kalpitam Dvaitam Bhaktyartam Kalpitam Dvaitam Advaitadapi Sundaram. For the sake of Bhakti, you have to maintain the Dvaita.
Dvaita with whom? The God.
Yeah. Me and God. When I have that Dvaita, Kalpita Dvaita. See, there is no, it's an imaginary Dvaita. There is no Dvaita. Isn't it? Swarupa Lakshana is same. But when I imagine Dvaita for the sake of Bhakti, that state is Advaitadapi Sundaram. It is more beautiful than Advaita. It's got more rasa. It's got more emotion. Yeah. Yes, Anupama, you wanted to say something?
That was regarding Arjuna's question. Basically, as humans, we always are attached to somebody to take care of us, and that is why Bhakti Marga is initially very important. And once we get into Bhakti Marga, it automatically leads us to Jnana Marga. And again, we cannot leave Bhakti Marga because that experience is great in Bhakti Marga. Isn't it?
Correct. Yes, yes, Anupama. And what is our experience about Jnana and Bhakti? Same. Both. We need both. No?
Yeah,
like Hanuman. What did Hanuman say? Beautifully. We all know that. What Hanuman said. So, all three, not just two. He said three. He included all three streams. He said, when I'm in the body consciousness, what am I?
Hanuman.
Rama Bhakta.
Rama servant, Duta. I'm the servant of law. I'm your servant when I'm in a body consciousness. Okay. And when I'm meditating on you, Rama, that is Vishishta Advaita. When I'm meditating on you, I feel I'm a part of you. When I'm in complete samadhi, I and you are one and the same. So I think all of us are going in these three modes. In deep sleep, we are one with God. And when we deliberately sit to do dhyana or puja or upasana, there is God and there is me. And, you know, we do prana pratishtapana also. My prana I'll give to my idol. You know, I'm an amsha of God. All that is happening. But through the day, 24 hours only, some say 10 to 8 hours, we are in body consciousness. There we have to be in karma yoga mode. I am your, I'm your servant. That is the mode one has to be in. Until we are already completely sita prajna. I think this formula is best suited.
Yes.
Hanuman's formula is best suited.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
And
when
actually, the dhyana that we do as part of nididhyasana, that itself is highest level of bhakti. That the complete surrender to the Chidabhasa or the Brahman itself.
Right. Correct.
So, bhakti, the other devotional, bhakti is also called as love, right? True love.
Pure love.
Pure love.
As you grow more and more in bhakti, the rituals will drop.
Yes. So, bhakti, why bhakti is so rasabarita?
Because a lot is involved, no? Emotions are involved. That's why, no?
But the human, by nature, human is an emotional being. So that's the only strength and that is the only weakness human beings have.
Very true. Very true.
So that strength, if we use that emotional part as our strength and point towards that, the ultimate truth, so which will be very effective. So if we look at our suffering, it is because of those emotions. So
the same emotions you turn to God, Ashte. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So Ramakrishna used to say, you build a relationship with God. Forget about relationship outer world. And Vivekananda has said a very beautiful thing. You have to divinize your human relationships. Matrudevo Bhava, this is God, that is God, everything I see is God, all my relations are God. Divinize the human relationships. And humanize the divine relationship. God is, dear to me. He is my friend. He is my sakha. Like that. See, so beautiful, no? Now,
I think Shankara Bhagavad-pada has said the same thing in different way. In Atmabodha, it's like Sarvatma Bhava.
Sarvatma Bhava.
Yes. It is seeing God in everybody. Yeah. Seeing myself in everybody.
But God is not some God per se also, you humanize him anta heladu. That's what we do in Shodashopachara Puja, no? We treat him as a guest. Come, sit, I'll give you water. Isn't it? Anupama, Jai Shri Indra. We have all done, no? This Shodashopachara Puja at home.
Samarpayami. Samarpayami.
That is humanizing the divine relationship. Treating that him as a regular guest at home. I'll give you vastram. I'll give you naivedyam. All that what we do to our guests, we do. Yeah, our Sanatana Dharma has got a beautiful framework. What Lakshmi Puja she did today, Rajni. What did you do, Rajni, in that puja?
We had Ashmi Puja today at home.
Yeah. As part of the puja, what did you do?
Okay, actually it's symbolic in the sense we call the goddesses at home. They're the little kanjaks. So the girls who have not attained puberty, so they are taken as goddesses. It's symbolic. So we call the goddesses at home and we give them halwa, puri, kala chana, and kanjak in the sense some money, some gifts, and coconut and bananas. So it is so beautiful as a ritual in the sense you're inviting the goddess to come home. It is also a feminine beauty or the feminine energy.
That's what you are humanizing a divine relationship. Is that right?
Correct.
So our Sanatana Dharma framework is very, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful, isn't it? So many things are woven into our daily life like that. You just have to see it. Okay, next what we have covered in this topic is the comparison between sannyasa ashrama, not comparison, the relationship between sannyasa ashrama and sharanagati. Sannyasa and sharanagati. Sannyasi, I don't know. What is the definition of sharanagati for a sannyasi? is the question. How does a sannyasi lead his daily life in Sharanagati? How does it, for a Gruhastha, we know, like, we just surrender everything, Karma Yoga, do it for God, and all that we do. What does a sannyasi do? What does a sannyasi surrender look like?
Ahankara, he's surrendering his ahankara and ego.
See, that surrendering of ahankara is a very notional thing.
Notional.
On a physical basis, what does he do? Physically,
how does his food? He takes his food from the householders. So he is going from one house to another house, and he is eating what is given. But he does not have a choice in that. For us, I can say I want to eat bhindi today, or I want to eat gobi today. So I still have a choice. But for a sannyasi, the choice is not there.
Yes, that is how he surrenders his ahankara, no, Jayashri?
Correct. Yeah, okay. Okay.
What more has Prabhuji said about it?
Morsel of food. Just one morsel of food, not more.
Yeah. And his it has lost its taste. So whatever he gets, he mixes the whole thing and eats. So probably it is even though.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
some more things he has said. In this video, some more things have been said. Can you recall, Indra, Anupama?
Yeah, what was the story he told about Chinmayananda's guru, how he accepts that I didn't understand clearly. Can you please tell Purnimaji?
Tapovan Maharaj Dalva?
Tapovan Maharaj.
The same thing what Rajni said, no? Tapovan Maharaj, one day he didn't get any bhiksha. And so, and he was high up in the Himalayas. Anupama, you remember what Guruji has said about it?
Yeah, some thieves.
The thieves, the thieves actually thought that the fainted monk was some huge bag, and they ran and saw in that snowy day, and they had Tapovanananda that day. So when the surrender happens, automatically the nature protects. It is there.
God
whatever is for this small
body
will be reached. Will reach
the So this Tapovan was wondering, in this Himalayas, in these snowy mountains, who will come and feed me now? I am at the state of complete exhaustion, and he says, I am exhausted. Who is going to feed me? He said, and he fainted. Right? And then he fell down, thoda. And then some robbers, that looters, bandits came, and they thought they were going to get some treasure, and they saw this man and they revived him. So even a robber can be a savior if God wills it.
So Marjala Kishoranyaya kicked in.
Marjala Kishoranyaya has kicked in. Very correct. Yes. Well said. Correct. So that's how the sannyasis live. In fact, they are nomads. They are not supposed to stay in one place for a long time. Except in the rainy season, which is where the Chaturmasya thing has come. Otherwise, they keep traveling. They keep traveling, and that is how they spread the knowledge also. They don't sit in one place. So when you keep traveling, there are a lot of parameters which can go wrong. We are so used to our comfort zone. We were morning to evening, you go somewhere, you want to come back home and, be in your bedroom. Imagine their lifestyle. You don't know where you are going to, next meal is coming from, the next bed is coming from, where you are going to sleep. That is the kind of surrender they have. Sannyasis lifestyle.
Yeah, I want to share one experience. Last time we went with Guruji to meet Amritanandamai. A few of us started the earlier day after having darshan of Mata. So actually, that day, Mata herself was giving food from her hands. So actually, we thought we will miss up it because we had a train by 2 o'clock. Then one person there, he came and said, you don't go there, you have the food and then go, Mata will take care. And many of us believed that, and we stayed back. Even we took all our bags and we were about to start. Then we left all our bags in the gate, and we took up the line to have food from her. And many people were very much tense. No, if I stand here, we will miss the train. Actually, we happily ate. Then only we started. And when we reached there, even then the train was not coming. It was actually late by more than 2 hours that day.
Oh my God.
So beautiful, Anupama. Thank you for sharing that. So, yeah, Amma will take care. Ashte. When your intention is clear, otherwise Amma will give you one slap and send. That is also important. When we are aligned towards dharma, everything will fall into place.
This also Mata was telling one kid. There were so many little kids when she was singing bhajan, and one of the kid was playing that doll. She asked, "Why didn't you do homework and you are here? Why are you here by this time?" She asked, and the kid said, "You have only told, oh, no, Mata. Doing service and be devotional is the prime thing." And she asked, said, does it mean that you have finished all your work? What did your actual mother said? Oh, don't ask about my mother. She always slaps me. Not doing this, that, go, read, write, everything she is saying, Mata. He was complaining. She immediately told, she is your first mother. What she tells you is very important. Even my mother used to hit me 20 times a day. You should first listen to your mother, then come to me. And she sent him again to do homework.
Wonderful, no? So beautiful. I hope all your children were also there to listen to that. Very nice.
Yes.
Very good, very good. That is the way. Because she's a mother, she knows what advice to give. No? Beautiful. Thank you, Anupama. So beautiful. So there's the last question and we will close for the day. So in Bhakti Marga, we know how we surrender to God. In Jnana, how does the surrender happen? Is the next thing which Prabhuji has covered. In Jnana,
We surrender to our Guru, Guru Vakyam.
We surrender to Guru Vakya, Apta Vakya. Yes. Expand on that. What happens, Rajni?
Yeah, it is surrendering to the Guru Vachanas. Whatever Guru says, we surrender without any questions.
And what does the Guru say?
Aham Brahmasmi.
Yes, you are that.
What does our Guru's Mahamantra?
Nanu Nanembadu Nanalla.
Idehavan Buddhi Nanalla.
Yes.
Chidananda. Shivoham.
Atma Shiva Nanu Nane Shivoham. So that is the surrender. We have to keep reminding us of that Mahamantra and keep surrendering to the Guru. Apta Vakya, Guru Vakya, Veda Vakya. All this is Sharanagati in the Jnana Marga. So when I am not the body, mind, intellect, whatever happens to it, how does it matter? That is the best thing. How does it matter? That complete disconnection. See, the first sentence in this series of talks, he said, there can never be a connection between Jada and
Chaitanya.
It can never be connected. What connects it is the ego. Chit Jada Granthi, it is called. Granthi, the knot. The knot is with the ego only. Otherwise, absolutely no connection with what is happening. Yes, I think we have covered all these 4 talks. Any doubts, any more to add? Welcome. Otherwise, last thoughts for the day?
Surrender.
Surrender. Yes, Indra, Narsimurti, Anupama, Jayashri. Done?
Yeah.
Maybe the Brahman in totality is divided into 2. The Jada part is manifested part, which is encapsulated within the totality of Brahman.
Right. Correct. Manifest. Yeah. Totality also, the manifest is only 1/3 of what is the total of Brahman. You remember that shloka in the Purusha Shukta, it says, of my 4 parts, only 1 part is visible as this manifest universe.
Yes, yes.
It is so deep. Brahman is completely. What we are seeing is the tip of the iceberg. The manifest universe is just a fraction of 1/4 of Brahma.
Yes. 75% is Satchidananda Brahma.
Huh?
75% is Satchidananda Brahma. Remaining 25% is Jagat.
Also Satchidananda Brahma, but with name and form.
Yes. Yes.
Alva.
Yeah.
Is also Swarupa Lakshana is Brahman only, but
Yes.
only 25% has got Tatastha Lakshana also. Yeah.
Yes. So same thing is applicable for Pindanda. That is Brahmanda, this is Pindanda.
The other day in Guruji's talk, I think last Wednesday, he said 99% of this body is space. 99%.
Yes.
99% of the manifest universe is space. And if you put all the molecules together, it is just a spoonful. Which is even it's mind-boggling. Don't even try to imagine it. We can't. How can this 99% space wala look like this solid? Because all the atoms are vibrating at such high frequency, we can't even know the difference. Like a fan, which is turning, we don't see the blades. Like that, these atoms are moving with high such frequency that we don't see the space. Amazing. I mean, it's mind-boggling. We can't even imagine.
Yes.
So science also is confirming the same thing, basically. That you are an appearance. You actually don't have a form. It's just atoms which are moving at high speed. That's all you are.
I think some set of scientists are already have come up with papers, and it's a big thing now. They are saying this material science is, this world itself is false.
It's an appearance.
Yes, it's an appearance.
Yeah, mithya. Because it's there. For experience, it's available.
Yes.
Experientially real.
Yes.
All right. Shall we close?
Yes.
And shall we meet next Tuesday? What's the date? Not a problem, is it?
Yes, pretty much. We can meet on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
25th.
25th. Okay. All right. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Nanimbudu Nanalla. Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla. Satchidanandatma Shivananu Nane. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Guru Charanarpanamastu.